In this video, I'm going to be talking about parallel and perpendicular lines, and we're going to be writing equations of those and trying to figure out if those lines are parallel and perpendicular. Okay, so two non-vertical lines are parallel if they have the same slope. So if both of their slopes, so what is the slope of going from A to B? I go down 2 and right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I do that right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. No. 6. So -2 over 6, or -1/3. Does that work out? I go down 2 over 6. Okay. Now let's look at this other piece when I am parallel. Two non-vertical lines are perpendicular if their product of their slopes is -1. I say this a different way. I say they are opposite reciprocals, meaning one's positive, one's negative, and then they're flipped. And we'll look at this. Okay, so let's look at line EF. So for line EF, I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for line EF, I go down 6, and I'm going to go over to the right 1, 2, 3. So that is a slope of a -2. Let's see what the slope of GH is. Hey, GH, I go up 1, 2, 3. So I go up 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see right away, one's positive, one's negative, and they are reciprocals of each other. Okay? Okay. Write the slope-intercept form of an equation for the line that passes through that point and is parallel to the graph of that line. Okay, so remember, what we need to write the equation of a line is we need slope and we need a point. Lay it out, slope and point. Okay, my slope in this case, 1/2. Okay, because they're parallel, it's the same slope. The point I'm going to use is going to be the point for -2. So then I start plugging into y equals mx plus b. So I plug my y coordinate in. My y coordinate is -2. My slope is 1/2. My x coordinate of my point is 4. And so then from here, I solve. So I have -2 is equal to 1/2 times 4 is 2 plus b. I subtract 2 over. Hey, look how even myself as a math teacher for many, many years is still showing that works so that I get the correct -4 for my b. So y equals mx plus b. Okay, determine whether the graphs below are parallel or perpendicular. I'm going to call this graph 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so looking at this first one, we have to put these in y equals mx plus b. So if I solve that for y, I get -3x plus 12. This one, it's already in it for me. And then this one is going to be a little bit more work. I'm going to subtract the 2x over. That negative stays with the 6y. I divide by -6. So let's look and see what happens here. -2 over -6, that simplifies to 1/3. -5 over -6, that simplifies to be a positive 5/6. Okay, so lines. Well, let's look at this. 1/3 is equal to 1/3. So lines 2 and, if I could write today, lines 2 and 3 are parallel. Okay. And then lines 1 and 2, since one is positive, one is negative, and the reciprocals of each other, if I multiply -3 times 1/3, I get -1, along with 1 and 3 are perpendicular. Okay, write the equation in slope-intercept form that passes through that point and is perpendicular to that graph. So first what we need to do is we have our point already. We need to get our slope. In order to get the slope, I have to put this line in y equals mx plus b form. So I have 7 minus 2y equals 3. If I subtract these 7x over, and then I divide everything by a -2, we have that. Now our perpendicular slope, I'm going to put the little perpendicular slope inside there. This slope is negative, so our perpendicular slope must be positive, and I flip the numerator and denominator, or I flip my fraction, so I get 2/7. Okay, so now we plug into y equals mx plus b. Our y comes from that -1 equals m is 2/7. 2/7. The x comes from the 4 from my point plus b. Now I need to simplify. Oh, they made this challenging on me. Equals 8/7 plus b. So I have 1 minus, I subtract 8/7 from both sides. I like everything as improper fractions. I am going to continue with that. I have to get a common denominator. So that's what I get for my line. And it's okay. Sometimes I'm going to have crazy fractions. That's okay. But remember, we want our fractions as improper fractions. They're easier for us to work with, especially when we're talking about slope. Okay, that's my video on parallel and perpendicular lines.